It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got the Condors, athletic corner. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Condors and...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
That escapes the sand, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Downing. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Downing. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They bring their punter out there now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Marshall. And that will be incomplete as well. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here,
there he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. But you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against...
And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Black Knights will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They dump it off, complete to Dorsett. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st down, Downing. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Downing. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of pack number 14 in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And a real 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Downing. And his throw here's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Downing. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
We love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Marshall. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the toss, it's Dorsett. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Back to throw. Marshall. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, Downing. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start.
And they'll accept that penalty. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Downing. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Marshall. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They set up the screen to Dorsett. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Up the middle they go with Dorsett. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hope. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Cole. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
A handoff. Dorsett up the middle. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Condors are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 2nd down, it's Shepard, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Powers through, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 12. In the Rio 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good-looking run there offense, he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun. Downing. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Downing. Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here trying to tie this football game. To throw on 2nd down. Marshall got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Operating from the gun. Marshall. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Marshall. He finds his man complete. It's Holt. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin in the birthplace of rock and roll, Memphis, Tennessee, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 28-21, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. The Riverhogs get a much-needed win there to start the second half, as they move back to within a game of 500 at 4-5. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Keep going.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on third down. Downing. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On first down, Marshall. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Looking to throw on second down. Downing. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to throw. Downing. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Man on the out route. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 2. Looking to throw. Downing. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throwing on first down. Downing. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On second down now, it's Shepard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10.
First down, Clark Knights.
Operating from the gun. Downing. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Black Knights have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Don't give him another inch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first and 10, Marshall. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Throwing again, Marshall. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gets by him at the 25. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. They're going to go for now 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And that flag accepted. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Marshall. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Marshall. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, Marshall. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Bird. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Bird. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. On first down, Shepard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of
2nd
8.
and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
No first down. Don't let him get there.
Off play action. Bird. Over the middle, it's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run on first down. It's Shepard, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Shepard, and he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Byrd. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Byrd. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make some.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Black Knights have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and 2, Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. On first down, Marshall. Complete to Myers, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Marshall caught on the right side by Dorsett. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Marshall. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now the Rio offense set to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said,